my name is Alex. I'm a personal trainer, and today I'm going to be bringing you through a series of stretches that you can use after a workout or just after any sort of movement session to bring your body back down to a state of relaxation so that you can go about the rest of your day. First off, I want you to go ahead and start standing. Bring your arms all the way overhead. You can look up toward the ceiling with your hands. After a deep breath here, go ahead and hinge over and reach your hands toward the ground. It's okay if your hands don't touch the ground entirely. I do want you to focus on having straight legs just so you feel the stretch all the way down the backs of your legs. And as you're ready, go ahead and walk yourself or step back into a plank position. And I'm gonna have you drop your chest down to the ground and then go ahead and press up into a cobra position. And you can extend this stretch by looking your head up toward the ceiling just to get a little bit more of a stretch out of your core. Let's take a couple more seconds here, holding it for 3, 2, 1. From here, I'm gonna have you press through tabletop position and then sending your hips back onto your heels, widening your knees as much as is comfortable, and then dropping your chest down to the floor, reaching your arms as far out overhead as you can. This is called child's pose. This is a great stretch for your low back. And then the more that you reach your fingertips out overhead and then press your fingers down into the ground, you'll feel this under your lats, which is under your shoulder blades down your back. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and press up through a plank position again. I'm gonna have you bring your left foot to your left hand, uncurl your back toe, and drop your back knee to the ground. From here, if you need a little bit more of a stretch, you're always welcome to drop down to your elbows if your hips will allow. But this should feel like a good stretch on your hips. Let's take a couple more seconds here. Throughout all these movements, I do want you to focus on your breathing. So breathing in through your nose, filling your belly, and then breathing out through your mouth to slowly bring your heart rate down and bring your body back to its resting state. From this position, go ahead and press back up, staying on this same leg. I want you to straighten out that front leg and then pull your toe toward your face. If you want to add grabbing your shoe or grabbing your foot, then with the focus on hinging your chest down toward your leg as best as your body will allow. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to move through the same thing on the other side. So coming back through a tabletop position, go ahead and lunge your right leg forward. Same thing, sitting as low into this hip as your hips will allow. Again, you always have that option of dropping down to your elbows if your hips are that mobile. Let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing back up onto your hands, shift your way backward. We're gonna straighten out this front leg, again for a hamstring stretch on this side. Each stretch, I have the goal of holding for at least 10 to 15 seconds. After 10 to 15 seconds is when your muscle will actually send a signal up to your brain, telling your brain that it's okay for that muscle to relax. So that is the goal of each of these stretches. Go ahead and shift your weight forward again and safely bring your knees to meet each other. I'm gonna have you shift back down onto your stomach, reaching your arms out to each side. Palms are facing the ground, so you're gonna get a little bit of a chest opener here as well. And then kick your right leg over to your left side with the goal of getting your foot down to the floor. This should feel like a nice stretch in your low back. And then if your palm of the hand that is down on the floor, so for me right now it's my left hand, I feel a nice stretch in the front of my left shoulder. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and shift back through center. Now this hand is my working hand. This is my right hand. It's going to be pressed down into the floor, kicking my left foot over to the right side. And let's hold here for a few more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go ahead and roll back through center. Press yourself up into a seated position. Now starting with my legs all the way out in front of me, I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee and then leaning back onto my hands, planting my left foot. I'm going to scoot it in as far as I can with the goal of feeling the stretch down the back of this bent leg. So for me right now, it's my right leg. You can scoot that heel in as much as your body will allow. And let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and slowly release by sending this leg straight back out in front and uncurling this leg. Now, same thing on the other side. Go ahead and bring your left ankle to your right knee, and then scoot your right foot in toward your hip until you feel a nice stretch down the back of your left leg. Let's hold here for about 10 to 15 seconds. Remember to focus on your breathing. You're breathing in through your nose, filling your belly, holding for about 2 seconds before fully exhaling through your mouth. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and slowly release your feet back to that full extension. For this next series of movements, I want you to find either a post or you can go up against a wall, but you just need some sort of solid vertical surface. First, we'll start on the right side. So I'm gonna have my right hand planted up against this post and then opening up my body so that my palm is facing away. And now my upper body is facing as far rotated toward that left shoulder as I can to really open up right here. If you change the direction of where your hand is facing, so changing, if I was coming away from the post, changing which direction my hand is facing will change where you feel the stretch in the front of your shoulder, so you can play with that as well. You can also change where you feel the stretch by bending your elbow in any of those positions. So wherever you find a spot that might be a little bit sticky, feel free to stay there. And same thing, counting to about 10. Let's go ahead and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go for the same thing on the other side. So now I'm gonna plant my left hand onto the post, opening up my chest the other direction so I get a nice stretch in the front of my left shoulder. Holding for 10. Take your deep breaths here as well. Every time you take a deep breath, see if you can open up just a little bit more. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then go ahead and slowly release. For this last one here, we're gonna get a nice full body stretch. So I want you to wrap both of your hands. Ideally for this one, you do have access to a post or some sort of solid surface. If you also have access to a TRX, these are a great tool to hold on to because these are handles you can hold on to. You basically want something that you can wrap both your hands around and have it be able to support your entire body weight. So go ahead and wrap both of your hands around your feet or about a foot away from that, from the base of that surface. Then go ahead and send your hips behind you. Your head is gonna go directly in between your arms. For this one, I'm feeling it more underneath my shoulders. So this is a little bit more of a lat, which is underneath your shoulders and all the way down my back stretch. And then, if you wanted to feel this a little bit more down the back of your legs, take a couple steps back with your feet, and then with the goal of sending your chest a little bit closer to the ground. The more you straighten out your legs, the more you should feel this working down the back of your legs. But overall, a great full body stretch. Let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly climb your way up. That is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully your body has been brought back down to its resting state and you feel ready to go about the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.